Welcome, Nerd Nation. If you love the nerd life ranging from the movies to anime to comic books to everything else in between, then be sure to stay tuned and listen carefully because this is Zero to Hero.
Go.
What's up? Welcome back to Zero to Hero podcast.
Who are you?
This is DJ Huckleberry Spin from down at New Eagle Radio.
Where's Christian?
I'm right here, Leonard. It's fine. It's cool.
Why wasn't I included on this? What the heck?
You saw him come in.
No, I didn't.
What?
No. I don't know.
This kid's not looking. He's not paying attention.
No, I'm a ghost, man.
Sorry, we're adjusting our microphone. Stay. It's a problem. I cannot wait for people to listen to like 20 minutes of us fiddling with a cord. Welcome back to Zero to Hero podcast. I am your host, Christian Tabora.
And I'm Leonard Chucka. What's going on, you guys?
Yeah, and followed by us, we have a new third member, Mr. Wyatt Craven.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how you been, bro?
Oh, not too bad.
Good.
Can't complain.
I feel you there. So for those who don't know, this podcast, we talk about TV shows, comic books, movies, a little thing in between. So what's happened this week, Leonard? Anything crazy? You want to dive into movies or TV shows first?
Only thing I can bring up right now is I watched the Flash season premiere.
Yeah. So let's start. Let's kick it right off. We'll go straight into TV shows because for those who are listening to this, Arrow premiered, Flash premiered, Legends of Tomorrow's premiering soon.
I think this week along with Supergirl.
Supergirl. Yeah,
Monday.
It goes into the next week.
Right. And
Right.
DC Legends of Tomorrow Thursday.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
Wednesdays?
No.
Yeah.
Thursdays.
Thursdays.
Yeah, because
You're right, because Flash is Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So it should go Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, Legends.
Right.
There's so much comic book TV on right now. Like, this is
There
a good
really
era
is.
to live in,
Luke Cage also.
Luke
is
Cage
also
dropped.
Netflix.
Luke Cage dropped.
That's amazing.
Have you guys checked that
yet
out?
to see it.
I haven't watched
Don't
Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet,
fuck
so
with me because I really want to watch it.
maybe next week we'll actually go in like an in-depth situation for it. But so let's kick off with the Flash. What'd you think of it, man? Like, for them to come back and to say, hey, we're going to do Flashpoint, it's really exciting. But at the same time, did they pull it off?
I appreciate what they were trying to do. You really see what they were trying to do. They just threw you in it and you said, all right, it's happened. He saved his parents. And then, I was going in there thinking that he was going to be caught in a different world where he's not the Flash for a lot longer instead of 30 minutes of the episode.
Right, yeah,
Did
that's
you-
what I was
yeah.
really surprised, man. Like, I thought because the Flashpoint Paradox is a pretty meaty story. I mean, I understand they don't have all those characters to use in the CW, but I felt like what they did do was really kind of half-baked and not really Flashpoint. Like, they said the word Flashpoint, and I was like, oh no, like, crazy. But, like, I never felt that was an established Flashpoint episode. Or, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Arc.
I agree.
I thought it was really, really rushed, anyway.
What do you think, Wyatt?
I'm going to be honest, I have not seen anything about the Flash since the Flash was created on Arrow.
Yeah, so
Really?
you saw a little bit of the
That's
back
fair.
door.
I saw a little
season
bit of the
2.
backstory.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you should check it out. I mean, like, it's really lighter than Arrow in a good way, but not in a campy
it's a little
way.
bit more high energy, a lot more high energy,
Mhm.
a lot more funner.
Right.
Funner. A lot more
Funner.
funner.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's
those
my
words we
problem. I think I like the darker stuff more, like Gotham.
Gotham.
That's-
Like, I like the dark
Mhm.
side of things.
And that's really cool. I know I used to be like that, but then I want their characters to have their own life. Like whenever I say dark, when you guys bring up dark, I see Arrow and it's dark,
Yeah, it's like
but
gritty
it's like
noir.
Batman
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah.
And that's not something I want to see with Arrow, because Arrow, as far as I'm concerned, didn't have anything to do with Ra's al Ghul or killing, for that matter. This guy, completely different character. And as far as what I'm saying a Batman with a bow and arrow. That's really all
Oh,
I'm
you're talking
saying
about
right
you're talking about how Arrow is styly, like the way it's
now.
formatted
The way
and
it's
stuff.
forming.
Oh yeah, dude. A long time ago, that show became Oliver Queen is totally Batman.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I don't know why
Yeah.
they did they just
And it's bumming me out. It bummed me out to
Yeah.
the point where I'll watch it, but I'm not happy.
Didn't you like that Ra's al Ghul though?
No.
You didn't? I really enjoyed that Ra's. I mean, or Raz, or where the hell how you say his name.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah,
There's
but-
so many ways to pronounce it.
Yeah, but I mean, going back to that Flashpoint, the season premiere, I liked what they did. And I liked how they really brought back the Reverse Flash, and not Tom Cavanaugh's Reverse Flash, but the actual Reverse Flash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I hear that he's actually going as a backdoor to being the Legion of Doom for Legends of Tomorrow, and that's going to be the big villain this season, is Legion of Doom.
for Legend of Tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's going to be
Nice.
like Reverse Flash, that one guy, what's it called? Damien Dark, Merlin, Gorilla Grodd, other bad guy, Leonard Snart, Captain Cold. He's gonna be in Legion of Doom.
But
So,
he's in the Legend of Tomorrow.
but see, Flashpoint they said is gonna affect that and say because if you watch Legend of Tomorrow, spoiler alert for people who like love this show, at the very end of the season, Captain Cold dies. He like holds onto a bomb and he's like, "Just leave, I got it. I'll blow up," and he blows up basically. So for him to come back is really kind of cool and see how Flashpoint kind of reverberates in those other shows. But you know, I as far as Flashpoint goes in that one episode, you're right. I feel like it was kind of rushed. It was kind of just like in and out, like hey, we did it, and like now the whole season's gonna be an effect of it.
Right, exactly.
Right,
But
and that's
even
cool.
then,
But
you know, that's something that is gonna be hard to deal with. Because you're like, this is just kind of dumb.
Mhm.
You know, because one little thing. I really do feel like it was one little thing.
right,
Changed even the current future he knows and loves. You know what I mean?
yeah. Because did you see at the very end of the episode, Iris doesn't talk to her father anymore.
Right.
Right, and they said that's gonna be like a big situation. You know, we're used to seeing that dynamic in a whole different light, where she's just like daddy, and he's like, oh, I love you, da da da. So to see it change is gonna be different. You know.
All right. Once again, we've talked about the villains. What do you guys think about the Flash bringing on another speedster for a villain? As the main villain for the season.
I don't want to see it. I mean, that's just me, you know, because I mean,
Well,
well, you
that's
haven't
why-
even seen it, yeah. So,
I haven't even
Right,
seen
yeah,
it.
okay.
yeah.
Okay, so really there are there's a lot of speedsters that you would consider villains for the Flash. You have the Reverse Flash, you have Professor Zoom, and now this one is, I'm pretty sure, I want to say his name's Savitar. I think that's correct, but I'm not 100% accurate. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, he was called the Rival in that first one.
No, the Rival was bullshit. I don't know where that guy
Yeah,
came
I don't
from.
know either, but I'm just saying in that
But
first
yes,
episode.
in that
yeah.
first episode, I'm talking about the overall main villain for season 3. His name's Savitar.
Yeah.
He's got a cult, and he steals speed for his cult, so we can have an army of speedsters. 411 on Savitar if you don't know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Who the heck he is.
It's different. I mean, I'm tired of seeing. I feel like they rehashed. Like season 2 of Arrow or Flash, I felt was a rehash kind of one.
Oh,
not
yeah,
like
definitely.
100%, but like
Yeah.
a lot of those themes came back up.
Yes,
and it was just like,
absolutely.
okay, cool. I don't know. I'm the only one who watched Arrow premiere, and it's not a bad thing. You know, it just happens. But
I'm watching it. I'm
it
just
was
still
yeah,
caught up.
yeah.
I'm
You're
still
on
in
the
the last
way.
season.
I mean, there's a lot of TV shows, especially when all of them drop. I got a feeling a lot of us are gonna have to
Yeah, 'tis the
group,
season of fucking TV shows.
of TV shows.
Yeah.
The fall TV lineup. I mean, it's cool. Arrow, I feel like it's trying to get back to the darker roots, kind of like we talked about last week before it even aired. But it's just doing it in the most like tone deaf, brutal way. Like it's just like one day you start snapping people's necks, and he's just like, "No, I'm gonna kill now," and it's like, all right, man, but that was like literally a 180 from what you did literally last episode.
Right.
So cool, whatever, man. You know?
Yeah, no, I think that he's really taking this whole Laurel death. I know what's happened. Don't
Yeah,
get me
yeah,
wrong.
no, I feel you. You
But-
get caught up, but you don't have to watch
Right.
those 50-minute
I'm not
episodes.
watching
to-
those shows yet. I just know what happened in those
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah.
But taking a sidestep away from the superhero TV shows,
Mhm.
we have Wyatt is into a lot of other shows, and we're not
Yeah,
really.
we're bringing him as our pop culture, everything else in between expert.
I got a question for Wyatt really quick.
What's up?
AHS. I know you're a fan. I know you love it. What's been going on?
Ooh, I'm actually catching up on that on Roanoke.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
So last time I watched it, I was watching Freak Show.
Right.
It sucked.
Really?
Worst season of American Horror Story I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Well, how far did you get into it?
I missed the middle episodes. I watched the beginning and then I watched the end. Basically, honestly, I really did. I think the last episode I remember watching, the German blonde, she found an agency who hired her on, and she had her own show on TV. Like it was
Oh,
legitimate
yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I remember. So, why should I be wrong in saying that was a bad season?
I don't think you're wrong because I wasn't a huge fan of that one, but there was one part in the series that I thought was like genius. Because like if you've heard anything, they say Ryan Murphy said that all those seasons are connected in a way.
Yeah, I heard that.
Well, if you watch that, remember Pepper
Mm-hmm.
from the asylum?
Yeah.
Well, she's actually in Freak Show as Pepper, and they show her in Freak Show, and they send her to the asylum with the nurse that gets taken over by like Satan.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so like you get to see her backstory, and she's sitting there, like flipping through newspapers like 4 or 5 years later in the asylum, and she sees the German lady that you're talking about, and she's become a star. Like
really?
It's supposed to be like 4 or 5 years after Freak Show ended. She's become a star, and she's like on the cover of the newspaper.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
yeah, I think that's gonna. I didn't watch.
You've yet to see the
I haven't
fifth
watched
season?
Hotel.
Yeah.
I
Hotel?
watched the first.
I'm pretty sure the Hotel's the 5th season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which one's the season with Lady Gaga?
Yeah,
The
that's
fifth,
Hotel.
that's Hotel.
I think
That's
that's
Hotel.
5th. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
so it's
5th
not.
season.
I thought the whole season was just about Lady Gaga. So she's just a guest star. Oh, well, she's a creepy individual.
She
I'd
is.
watch
No,
a-
fuck that,
though.
I'd watch a season about that. Like, it's scary.
But no, have you watched the first episode of that? Either of you guys?
No,
I have yet to watch it.
it.
I heard that it just recently got put on Netflix.
It
Is
did.
that
Yeah,
okay?
like 2 days ago. But I tried to watch the first 2 episodes like a while ago, and the very first episode in like the first 10 minutes there was like a brutal rape scene, and it was just like I just couldn't get
That's
into
how
it.
you
I
get
was
stuff
like,
going.
this is
That gets
not
the
okay.
people interested in
Wow.
your show. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
always
had to
hate
turn it off.
when
I was
there's-
like, okay, that's enough for that show.
Like, I get if it's tasteful. There's never tasteful rape.
Yeah, there's not tasteful
Yeah,
rape.
there's no.
This
yeah,
is going.
you
This is
know.
spiraling down. But if it's like for the sake of the story and it needs to be shown, fine. Like
I don't know
I've seen
what-
Straw Dogs. It's fun.
This
But like,
definitely did
yes.
not need to be shown.
yeah,
For
that's
real.
a situation.
Exactly.
But like, don't show it. Like just
Yeah, no, I
pan
got you.
away or like just tell us it happened. I don't.
But like the thing is, like they could have. Okay, well, this demon that raped this dude in the hotel was like, he was like a sexual demon. So,
Mhm.
but they could have showed like,
Picture's just like a sexy ass demon.
oh no, what's wrong with you?
Like
Jesus
a-
Christ!
A demon in a bikini.
No, but it could have been like a 20-second scene,
Mhm.
but they dragged it out to be like a 5-minute scene,
That you're sitting
Of
there
just
awkwardly
straight
watching with your girlfriend
butt
or
sex,
parents.
and it was weird.
Whoa. Okay.
It was like, okay, that's not okay, and it was a
Yeah.
dude getting raped by another dude.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
that was even worse.
I think I would have tuned out at that point. Like,
Yeah, so we
just 5 minutes of
yeah,
that.
because I was actually watching it with Molly, and we
Yeah.
we turned it. We were like, okay, that's
Yeah,
that's enough of that
like-
shit. That's disgusting.
Yeah, after the 3rd minute, I'd be like,
So-
"We're still doing this?"
So we straight skipped that season,
Right.
and now we're on.
You skipped the
Roanoke.
whole season because
We
of
skipped
it?
the whole season because
Okay,
of that.
well,
It was
let that be known.
because I
Show us
I
some
read
butt
up on
plays.
that, and
Wyatt's getting out
apparently,
there.
yeah, yeah, I'm not alright with that.
You
So,
shouldn't be.
I read up on that, and apparently that's how it is like the whole season. Like this
Just
like
butt
demon, yeah, like this
Like-
demon who enjoys butt play
That's-
is like part of the whole season. Like
Hmm.
he's like a main character in the season. So I was like, okay, we don't need to watch that. We'll just skip to Roanoke. And Leonard, have you watched Roanoke? No, you said you haven't watched anything. It's set up totally different than all the other seasons. This one's like Ghost Whisperers, where they sit people down and they do like an interview of like how something happened, and then they'll have actors reenact that. Well, they have totally different actors in like an interview, and then they have different people playing those actors.
Really?
Yeah, it's strange. It's really weird. I don't know how to I don't really think I can even explain it.
Mhm.
Whoa.
It's just interesting. I mean, like,
Holy shit.
I'm really what's
I'm
up?
kind of ticked off right now. No offense.
No, it's fine. Fine. What's upsetting you?
They took off Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood of Netflix.
Are you serious?
Serious.
That's such a terrible
But
thing
you
to do.
can find all 64 episodes on Crunchyroll, which is free if you like advertisements.
Yeah.
But if you don't like advertisements,
Who's like, oh yeah, them advertisements.
yeah, right.
That really gets me going.
But if you don't like advertisements, it is $7 a month.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with it, you don't have to limit your screens. It can be I don't know how many people I've given up my Crunchyroll access to shit to.
Yeah, it's like Netflix. You just kind of pass that shit around.
Well, actually, Netflix now has a thing where if more than 2 screens are using it at a time,
It'll shut off. It'll be like, no.
no, it doesn't shut off. It will let anyone else trying to access it not and
Yeah, I'll just lock it
Yeah,
up.
it'll, like, lock it
it'll
up.
lock it up.
Yo,
So
bro,
therefore,
you're using it.
so you have to upgrade your account either $2 or $3 more
Yeah.
to
Just to get your friends.
to upgrade it to 4 screens. So I'm like, that's cool, but
like a
I'm
bunch
not a
of
fucking millionaire.
hurdles
I'm
I have to jump.
Yeah, and they're also taking it from like $7.99 to like $9.99 now, or something like it. It was $7.99.
It is at
to
$9.99
$9.99
now.
No,
It is
Yeah,
$10.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play like 13 for Hulu, but that was like the no commercial option, and
Yeah, 13. Yeah, but Hulu was like that's episode like after the week it originally came out. Like really, with Hulu, you're just a week behind.
yeah, and it's nice because like if you don't have TV, that's a good way to get TV.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you know, it just,
The movie
it's,
options
Actually-
there are slim though.
yeah,
They-
it's,
yeah,
yeah, it's
that is
definitely not a
true.
movie.
I think
Yeah,
they've
it's
only
definitely for
got-
TV
yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only had like one good movie on there, and it was Wolf of Wall Street.
Right.
Like everything else was just awful.
But
It's such a good movie.
I'm really trying not to get into the Hulu or the Netflix originals because then you have to access that
Oh,
to watch
man.
those shows. So I mean, like I've had Netflix before. Daredevil and all that shit got serious.
right.
So therefore, I'm able to watch that anyway. So I'm not worried about the Netflix ones, but the Hulu ones. Now PlayStation's doing it, and I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah.
I
You
will
know?
say this.
Everyone
though,
wants a piece of that pie, you know.
Those Netflix originals though are fantastic.
Yeah, they are.
Netflix,
They really
yeah,
are.
I don't know
Netflix
if you
knows what
guys
they're
have
doing.
seen
Yeah.
Orange is the New Black. That's a good show. Like I didn't think I was gonna like it when I first started
Yeah, I've
watching
been
it.
told that a lot.
That
Netflix
was
is just
awesome show.
alright.
Up until this last season, kind of got boring,
Mhm.
but it's been awesome all the way through. Or Stranger Things. Have you guys heard anything about that?
Dude, yeah, my
my
roommate watched
sister.
that.
My sister loved it. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
It was
to her.
awesome.
It's one of those
We-
ones
we
where
could
everybody's like,
not
"You
stop
gotta
watching
watch it."
I
Like,
could
I
not
heard-
stop watching it. It
I
was
heard because
fantastic.
of the fan base that grew so rapidly, they're truly making it go by faster.
yeah.
They want to push that second season out.
Well, they should. I mean, like, do you have demand? You got to supply. It's just-
Exactly.
it's how
So
it
they're
is,
like-
yeah.
They're trying really hard to just get it out there.
Mhm, mhm.
So, but Stranger Things, I haven't watched it. I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Although,
It's gonna be one of those ones where I catch up on like a weekend, or like if I'm bored.
if
I'll
I'm bored,
watch
I'm like,
it.
okay, fine.
Like I know it's good. It's on the catalog, but you're not gonna see me rush to it.
One of the Netflix originals that I liked was Sinbad. It's an anime.
Okay.
Really
It was
good.
like I've-
really good.
No reference here.
Sinbad is actually a prequel prequel TV show to Magi.
Is that a Tokyo Ghoul hat?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Continue.
anyway, dude, the second season is amazing.
Yeah, I totally threw him off.
No,
Like,
Tokyo Ghoul. Dude.
yeah.
I watched the first season. I own both seasons.
Mhm.
My ex-girlfriend took I think a DVD with her to Colorado. I'm not hating. It just sucks.
Yeah,
now
it's
I gotta
fine.
rebuy it. But anyway,
I mean, I'm kind of upset, Miranda, if you're listening, but it's whatever.
yeah. Anyway,
Like,
Roast session. Jesus.
yeah.
no, Tokyo Ghoul is definitely one of the better animes I've seen in a long time.
Mhm.
So definitely, but no, Sinbad was really good too. I watched it with my girlfriend. Now, speaking of this, man, you got me on an anime spiel. I'm loving it. Anyway, Crunchyroll. I love Crunchyroll. They didn't bring it back, but they're giving people overseas like us a chance to witness it as it goes on. But you wouldn't believe what's coming out or what has been coming out.
What?
Digimon.
No way.
The original Digi Destin, dude. I shit you not,
The
man.
original?
The original.
Okay.
Ty, Matt, Sora, Mimi, Joe.
Dude, you commend Leonard. Fucking high five. Give me like 4 likes in the comments or something, because that was a lot of characters to remember.
That's not all of them, though.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
But
like,
yeah,
I
but
Well,
yeah.
he's got more in the arsenal.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
fire off more
Yeah,
anytime you want.
he's just chilling. He's just
Right.
chilling. Yeah.
No, but
I'm gonna
They-
put a fistful of
they're
donuts in my mouth.
back. They introduced a new Digidestin that no one really knew about.
Mhm.
But, like, dude, I cried during the third segment because what they did was they broke it down into 4 parts of 4 episodes. So right now I'm on the 3rd part. And during that 3rd segment, like the 2nd episode of the 3rd segment, I freaking bawled, I cried so hard. But it was like super. That's my childhood, man.
Yeah, it's
And
cool
I'm
they
like-
came back and touched upon it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
to
so
bring
it's-
those back.
So if you want to go out there and you want to get to know it, it's called Digimon Tri, Tri.
Mhm.
So it's basically just the 3rd season of Digimon Adventures. So it's called Digimon Tri. Look it up. Truly amazing. And what tops it off is they give each and every Digidestined their own Mega Evolution. It's not just Agumon and it's not what's his name? Gabumon. Yeah, Gabumon. It's not just Gabumon and it's not just Agumon who have the Mega Evolutions.
Mhm.
Everyone else gets one now too.
That's nice. See, like, the only Digimon I really got into was Oh my god, I'm looking at why it's looking up.
Yeah.
The only thing I really got to play or got into was Digimon Frontier. I don't know if you remember that.
Digimon Frontier, where
They
have
got
the souls.
they have the souls of the legendary Digimon, and they
Yes.
could actually transform into them.
Yes.
Oh my god, I wake up as a kid Saturday morning, get some cereal, turn that shit on, just binge the hell out
That's
of it.
childhood, bro.
Yeah, it's good. It was really good. But we're gonna take a break. That's a lot of stuff to look for TVs and movies, or not movies anyway. So check all those stuff out. Luke Cage dropped. We talked
Right.
about Arrow, Flash.
Before we go on, we got a couple movies.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I'm
Definitely
about to segue into the
Right.
movies more on,
Right.
Because there
Oh,
are
yeah,
movies coming out.
definitely.
Yeah. So what's coming out, Leonard? Like, what
What's
should
coming
people
out?
be seeing?
My pick is definitely The Accountant.
Yeah.
The Accountant's the upcoming movie comes out, I think, October 14th, maybe the 11th. I'm not too sure about that. But it does come out very, very quickly. With The Accountant, what we want to see, as far as I'm concerned, is we have Ben Affleck and we have J.K. Simmons in it. The reason, to me, why that's so important is because we are going to see them in the up-and-coming Batman... actually, first off, Justice League.
Right.
And then it will be the Batman movie.
The Batman solo.
So, in this movie, I feel I'm hoping that they get a lot of chemistry in between the two of them, so that way they can really bring that to Batman and Commissioner Gordon.
yeah, because those
in the
two people in
Batman
the comics,
movies.
they're like besties. Like they
Yeah,
need to be on each other's level.
Right, they trust each other,
Yeah,
truly.
Yeah. So I mean, like they need to be able to translate that, and that's what. You're right. I hope this is like kind of like the breeding grounds for them to get that chemistry and
Right.
and know how to talk to each other, and because acting's hard. I bet. I mean, you don't just sitting there saying lines.
Well, I'm not an actor, so I don't know.
Yeah, but
so,
I don't know. It's like the actors out there, like, yeah, I totally agree. But yeah, let's talk about Godzilla, Shin Godzilla, the true Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, coming out. It's a foreign movie, right? It's not coming in the
Yes,
U.S.
this is
Right.
just like the old school Godzilla movies that we watched, that we saw our parents like for some weird reason.
Right.
Where it's just a dude in a costume
Traditional, yeah,
stepping on a toy city.
yeah. Like that's cool though. So like, it's based out of Japan.
It is.
Japan,
It is.
yeah.
Yes.
And they're going through and just kind of, because I never even got to see the Bryan Cranston one. Did you guys see the new
Yeah.
Godzilla?
Oh yeah. Really, really
did.
good.
But
Really
that
good.
was
Now I
irritating.
feel terrible for not watching it.
It was irritating because you're a fan of Bryan Cranston, right?
I love because of Breaking Bad, and once I saw
Yeah.
him come out on that, I was like, okay, well, I definitely got to watch this. And then he's
I
in it
am-
for 3 minutes and dies, and I'm like, okay.
So
I was like,
he's
this
not-
was
he's
a waste
not-
of $20.
So he's not the main character?
No, he is not. He's
Well,
the
he was
father of the main character.
Well, he was the main character in all the trailers. He was in every
That's what I
second
got-
of
in
the
the-
trailer,
Well, see,
and then dies
no,
in the first
see,
2 minutes.
Here's the thing, though. That is advertising done correctly because
Yep.
everyone wants to see the dude from Breaking Bad
I wanna
in
see
a badass
Heisenberg.
Godzilla
That
movie.
was absolutely
Take
right.
out fucking Godzilla.
Like,
Yeah.
if you watch that trailer and if you watch Breaking Bad, they give a shout out to Bryan Cranston by putting Bryan Cranston, and then underneath it they put like Walter White or something, like in like the credits, like in the opening
Really?
credits. It was awesome. Yeah, it was a
Wow.
cool thing.
Well, I mean, somehow, some way, Bryan Cranston has really become possibly one of the kings of Hollywood right now just because of Breaking Bad.
Have you watched that show?
No, hell no.
Have you watched it, Christian?
No,
Oh,
you've,
dude,
seen
that-
you've seen it enough times for both of us.
Yeah,
so
I've seen it
it's
like
fine.
I've watched it like 8 straight
Yeah,
times.
that's what
I
I'm
swear to
saying.
God. And,
He's got it.
and I
Yeah.
think
Dr.
it's
Wolf.
one of the best TV drama or crime movies ever made.
You are definitely not the only one that has said that.
Yeah, a lot
that
of
I've
people
heard
like,
that. A
Dude,
lot of people
you
have said
to
that.
watch this, and
Yes.
I never do.
Well,
Absolutely.
One episode in the last season, I think it was like the 3rd episode of the last season, is in like number 3 of the greatest TV episodes of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That really is. But going aside from it, Shin Godzilla is going back to what Japan made back years and years ago, back in the 70s, you know,
Yeah,
Mothra,
pays more
King
homage to
Kong.
where that kind
Yeah,
of came from,
absolutely.
Instead
I'm-
of doing what the new Godzilla did, which
I
was
don't know
change
if they're going to put a dude in a costume again. I don't
stomp
know
on
a
tiny
lot
cars.
about it. But
Yeah.
what I do know is that from the 11th through the 18th of October,
It's my birthday.
it will view in America. So just be sure that if you're a fan of the traditional, I actually have a friend, Evan, who who just recently got engaged, by the way. Congratulations,
Shout out
Evan.
to Evan! Woo, woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was
Yeah,
like,
for
yeah,
real.
I'm so glad.
Who's actually kind of a fan of
You
those.
blew the mic up. I didn't realize. You just really shouted into the microphone. I'm sorry for any listeners who just had an ear explosion.
Right. No, but anyway, definitely check it out if you're a fan of that. If not, whatever.
Yeah, it's what you were thinking.
It is kind of cool to see a reboot of something so amazing. I am kind of curious to see if they're gonna go CGI Godzilla or if they're gonna have a dude in a costume again.
I want dude in a
Oh my
costume.
god, so do I. Dude in a costume.
Dude in a costume, no special effect. I want to see the seams on his mask. I want to see like him step on Hot Wheels, and you're like, that's totally a Hot Wheel. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, I think that's gonna be
Hell
pretty.
You got
yeah.
my ticket.
Because we're so used to all the CGI now that
Yeah,
to bring in
it's-
something this old is
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
like, really interesting to see how that plays out.
Take it
Yeah.
back.
I hear, and this is kind of off subject, but Jurassic Park 2. I saw
Jurassic World 2.
Jurassic World 2. Thank you. Sorry.
My
But
bad.
I heard they're actually for the next one going more practical as well instead of doing so much CGI because that was like a big complaint that they're gonna start doing rigged,
because,
rigged
like,
up
Well,
monsters.
all the original monsters were like
Right,
they were all robotic.
giant
They were
puppets. So
all, exactly, they were
yeah.
all fucking puppets. What?
oh,
What
yeah,
were you
animatronic.
watching?
I'm sorry,
They were-
like not a fucking
They were
Hollywood.
robotic.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, they're giant robot puppets.
Well, if you watch stuff on that, like the first Jurassic Park,
Mhm.
they said since it was a robotic,
Right.
since it was a machine,
Right.
and they had to film that in the rain,
Mhm.
that it like uncalibrated it, and like during breaks on the set, it would just come to life and like roar at people on the set.
Really?
And they said
That's
it was like
awesome.
horrifying because they never knew what was gonna happen. So it was like,
That does
yeah,
sound
it was,
cool.
it was awesome. Like
Right.
I read that and I started laughing.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
We know what's gonna happen.
Oh man, I kind of want to see people stop using less CGI. I mean, CGI's gotten to the point where it's amazing. I bet you see a lot of CGI movies and you don't even know that's not even real water or a real building.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm proud they got to that point.
Well, it's
but when you become like a Michael Bay and it's just like just straight visual porn, I don't need to see it.
Well,
Like,
see, here's what pissed me off.
Right.
Titanic.
Right.
Done in a fucking pool.
Mhm.
Never would have guessed.
Real.
I'm like, fuck that. That's stupid. Like, well, I hate that. Don't
It's a
fool
giant
me.
pool.
You can't fool me.
You,
Like,
I feel deceived. Okay. Damn it, James Cameron.
right.
Get your shit together.
No, but last but not least, Wyatt, you are a kind of a scary movie kind of guy, or are you not?
Oh yeah, I love horror movies.
Yeah, I'm not. I hate scary.
Yeah, no, I am. But how about Rob Zombie? Are you a fan of Rob Zombie?
Depends on the movie.
Depends on the movie. How about
Is
House
Rob
of a Thousand Corpses? Have you seen it?
No,
Sounds like a poem.
Not.
Not-
Anyway.
not a poem.
it was probably
sorry.
based on a poem
Yeah.
somewhere.
Probably.
But The Devil's Rejects.
That was a good movie.
Okay,
cool
so
band.
Devil's Rejects.
I'm sorry. Continue with your.
Jesus, it's
Uh,
Rob Zombie.
it's
Who
Rob-
gives a damn?
I don't even know who that is. Like
You don't know who?
I
Oh
know,
my!
yeah,
I'm gonna
okay,
slap the
okay,
living
here we
shit
go,
out of
here
you,
we go.
dude.
now everybody gets upset with me.
Anarchy on the
Is
set
he like
of
Beetlejuice?
podcast.
Like, do you say? Am I on the right track or no?
No.
Okay,
Anyway.
I'm gonna do a Google search while you keep on talking.
Anyways, Rob Zombie, 31. Why? You said that it hasn't came out yet, even
Does
though
he
I'm
make-
almost
does
positive
he-
it came out
does he
last
make
month.
Movies? Does he?
I think
Music?
it comes out. Hold on.
Rob Zombie's a
Hold on.
fucking insanely badass of a man.
Hold up.
What makes him so special?
He's produced and directed a
Good
lot
movies.
of really, really good.
So he's a
scary,
director. Is he a
suspenseful
director?
movies. He's also a lead singer of his band Rob Zombie.
Oh, so it's a band
He's a
Rob
director.
Zombie's a
and
man, but he does have his own band.
called Rob Zombie.
Well, I mean, it's right, just like any other.
Is it like Rob Zombie and the Zombies?
No, that's fucking
I'm
retarded.
sorry.
Jesus.
I'll shut up.
No, but anyway, Rob Zombie, he's a badass of a man, and his wife is a hottie of a woman. But
Well, here it
regardless,
says, on this website, it says that
no, yeah,
31.
that came out 2 weeks ago, bro.
Yeah, I said it came out 2 weeks ago, but whenever I look it up elsewhere, it said it came out October 21st. See?
Nah.
Yeah.
The right, I got you. The 411 of 31 is 5 carnival workers are kidnapped and held hostage in an abandoned hell-like compound where they are forced to participate in a violent game, the goal of which is to survive 12 hours against a gang of sadistic clowns.
That sounds cool. I mean, I like games. I like prison-like compounds.
And one of the women who are in it, and once again, his hottie of a wife. I'll say that.
Of Rob Zombie.
Oh yeah.
Rob Zombie
Rob Zombie has
got a banging wife.
just a gorgeous fucking wife.
Shout out to
Gorgeous.
Rob Zombie's
you
wife.
gotta look these things up because remember, Leonard,
Hit me up.
off subject a little bit. Remember back in art class when we would hang out?
Sherry Moon Zombie. You don't think that she's attractive?
Sherry Moon Zombie.
Sherry Moon Zombie.
Your
That's
name
her
would be
fucking
Mrs.
name.
Zombie.
Leonard, you gotta look at some of these actresses. And remember back in art class when we would look up these actresses and find out that most of them were porn stars?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that was funny,
We
'cause we would look at the
there
names.
was a movie. What was that movie called?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
I remember that movie.
We looked at the cast, and half the cast were like, Sherry had licked my booty.
and yeah, Miss. I was trying to find something that could be on par,
funny.
but no, I don't
Oh.
know. Man, that's why you just don't watch those C grade movies, because
I totally blew up that microphone. That was hilarious.
no,
though.
it's fine.
That was funny.
Yeah,
I remember that.
That was great, though.
but yeah,
Is it
so
recording anymore?
yeah, it is recording. So we had 31. That's a scary movie. Rings, which is you've seen the
Rings, which if you guys like, surprisingly, the Big Bang Theory. Yeah, there we go. The Big Bang Theory, which I'm a fan of. My ex-girlfriend is a fan of. Christian, I'm sure you're a fan
I
of
watch
it.
a little bit of it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've seen a
I can
couple
enjoy a
episodes.
good
Yeah.
Bang Theory. Yeah.
Anyone who is anyone has seen and liked at least a couple episodes of the Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the gentleman who plays Leonard,
Right.
and it is going to be in Rings.
Right.
That I like that. I like it a lot because to me,
Expanse.
actually, I scratched that. I don't know if I like it because
Okay.
usually
you went straight 180,
yeah,
fellas.
well,
Like,
I'm just saying because usually if you're in a horror movie,
yeah.
your career is about to skyrocket or about to tumble like a motherfucker.
That's true. And to go from something so big as Big Bang Theory to
Yeah, one of the best sitcoms on TV right now.
yeah, but also you got to think that Rings almost redefined horror for a while.
Yeah, for a
it
while.
was- it did
So,
change
with
again.
so
Rings
for
1
him
and
to be
2.
brought up into this, all those people that were fans of the original Ring, they're gonna be going straight to this. So this is
Right.
gonna be a huge thing.
Definitely. I agree. But, I kind of want to see. The first time I actually saw this guy was in Roseanne. Do you guys remember Roseanne?
I do.
The one with like the Rosie O'Donnell woman, and she has that
Oh,
husband.
it wasn't Rosie O'Donnell, you ass.
Oh, okay,
Jesus.
I'm sorry, Roseanne.
Jesus Christ.
I'll send
Christian.
you an apology letter, Roseanne. But
But
I know
no,
who
I'm
Roseanne
just-
is. Yes, I know the show.
Yes, the show. Anyway.
Might as well be Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it should not, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah,
No.
who's the father who eats a lot?
John Goodman.
John Goodman, yeah.
John Goodman.
John Goodman would be all up in that show.
Who's
I
actually
remember
been
him.
in who's actually was in the sequel to Cloverfield,
Yeah, he was
Same
in
Cloverfield
Cloverfield
Lane.
Lane.
Yes.
Yeah.
which I heard that was really good.
It
A
was
lot
really
better
good.
than the first one.
Yeah.
A
It
lot
was
better.
it was very cheaply made.
I heard it was made like in one room.
Yeah, because it was only made in one room.
That's
But
crazy.
it was extremely intense
Yeah.
for being made in one room.
A lot of tension.
He was definitely insane.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
I did want to see that because not because of him, but because the girl who's in it. The girl who's in it was actually in Final Destination 3.
Really?
That's where she's from.
I-
I didn't look it up, but I knew.
I missed this shit.
I knew she was from somewhere.
Wow.
Oh, hey, we have a caller.
Wow,
We have a
yeah.
caller. Look at
Let's
that.
put this guy on the line.
fine.
How
Where's
about
my
it?
phone at?
Right there.
Sorry, viewers or listeners or whoever the hell it is.
It's okay.
Is it okay, Christian?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Are you sure?
It's a,
You need to take
is it a
this?
girl?
it's a friend of mine.
Oh,
Did you-
a friend. Is she a lady
Did
friend?
you knock her
She's
up?
not, so it really hurts my feelings.
Did
when
you
I
knock her up?
Huh?
Did you knock her
No, I'm
up?
not a fool. I wrap my tool. Anyway, we're gonna segue off into video games because there's a bunch of video games coming out this month. Mafia 3. I'm gonna just right into it because I'm about to actually buy it probably either this weekend or the next.
Mafia
if,
3.
If I feel froggy. You
Okay,
know,
if
I
you
want to
feel
jump.
froggy.
Yeah.
If, wow.
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, Mafia 3. It's another open world Rockstar. Is it Rockstar who makes this? No. Yeah, it's I think 2K games or something like that. But basically, you're a gangster. You're a mobster. You take over the underground, you city up. You come back from war. Find out your family. The mob killed them. What the fuck, mob? You're taking the mob down. I think that's really interesting. I think it's really cool to see.
It looks like a good game, like the story concept of it.
Yeah.
But the only thing I don't like is the graphics.
Right.
Like if you've watched any of the gameplay, it's
I've watched the
horrible.
videos to it. I haven't seen the actual graphics
on
for the
par
game.
to what we have now. You're like Leonard. You're like a graphic junkie. Like
Well, I mean, it's 2016. If we can make PlayStation 3 games like The Last of Us look beautiful,
Yeah,
why
I
is the
get-
Mafia like
Yeah.
Right.
Minecraft looking?
yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Last of Us was truly,
art.
yeah, no, like
was so
with
good.
the graphics, it's like, why isn't that an everyday necessity for nowadays gaming? Truly, because
I'm on the upset side of this, guys. Like, I like.
No,
again,
I'm just saying, when it comes to gaming,
I'm saying
it
you
was-
should be a standard.
it
should
was
automatically
just
be awesome.
like Batman, Arkham City.
Right.
Arkham City's graphics were so freaking amazing.
For the time.
Everyone should, yeah, exactly.
Right.
For their time, everyone, very, very shortly after, should have been doing the exact same thing. And guess what? Everyone did. The Last of Us has been out for a fucking while. So
But I mean, that's made
why
by
is
like
not
a
everyone
really
else up to
talented.
that? Am I right, Wyatt?
But it's made
Right,
by,
that's correct.
But Last of Us made by like Naughty Dog, who's like a really talented studio. A lot of these other games, I'm not saying they're not talented, but they don't have maybe the resources to pull off those awesome, super cool graphics.
Then they needed to just shut down, go bankrupt.
And a game is not made on its graphics. It's made on gameplay.
I do agree with that at
Yeah.
the times. Like, if you've played any of the Telltale games.
Right,
like-
and I'm not like blaming like,
Like
oh
the
my god, I
The
see,
Walking Dead, the original Walking Dead.
Good, really good.
It is
right?
my favorite video game of all time.
That's awesome. See,
And it's like comic book style.
Okay. So,
shaded, yeah.
so are you telling me that I should play the Batman version of Telltale
I'm going
games?
to
You definitely
when
need
it's
to.
cheaper.
I have
Like,
tried. I have tried, and I got stuck at one point. I stopped playing it, but then I finally got past that point, and I'm back into the story.
Right.
And it
Episode 2
draws-
released earlier, like this month or last
Right.
month. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, episode 2 did
well, the thing
release
about those
recently.
games is that even though the graphics aren't there, the story is so there because it puts you into that person's position. So while you're being Batman, you get to make all of his decisions.
Mhm.
So you don't
As Bruce Wayne and Batman.
as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like you can turn him into a good person or a violent killer.
Right. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, you can watch his story elevate from there.
Because
Either way you go.
That's kind of missing. Okay, I like that, but I don't like that as far as seeing the background of Batman, because Batman never wanted to kill. But the thing was, when he first started out as Batman, he did kill a little bit.
Yeah, it was,
That's because he
it was like
didn't
either
know- he
accidental
didn't know how to
or-
control.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
kept on going. It was like, oops, you're dead.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
you have to get into the story of this one because this one it shows you from Batman's perspective. The city just like turns on him. Like everyone hates on Bruce Wayne and hates on Batman so much that while you're playing it as a person who's been playing with the character for like hours on end, you're like, I have done absolutely everything that I can do for the whole city, and they're turning on me. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
So at that point, you're like, okay, screw the city. I'm gonna do my own thing now because they're gonna hate me no matter what. So that's what turns him into a violent killer in the game.
That's what. Going back to Arrow really quick, just really quick.
Yeah, F it.
Maybe that's what their problem is. Just.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's what their problem is right now is the fact that they're watching what's going on in the real world and saying what's hyped up there in the comic book world. And what's hyped up there in the comic book world is Batman. With everything. Oh, I mean, let's. This is true because
That's true.
you have the now that you're telling me the Telltale game, the city's turning on him. And he's going into killing. They're taking that killing and those those certain things to that whole new level. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I believe. I believe that Arrow's concentrating on the hype of Batman, not the hype of Arrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I understand with it. Not that we're gonna get on an Arrow tangent or anything, but like, I get they're trying to get back to that season 1 vibe, but you have to do it the correct way. You can't just automatically be like, we're doing this now. It's gonna be this tone.
Okay.
That's how it is.
I get you.
like that.
I get you.
Yeah.
Just really quick, talk about video games. You know, we're talking about video games some more. If you guys had to choose, who's gonna be the next superhero in the video game world? Who's gonna be the next superhero to spike in the video game world?
Okay. I feel you.
Rather it be Rocksteady making it or anyone. Who would you like to see spike?
I'm
and
putting
be
my
the-
chips down. Have you seen the new Spider-Man game?
Not talking about Marvel. Talking about actually, let's go both. Let's go
Yeah,
Marvel
so
and
like,
DC.
damn, like
Yeah,
anyway.
I shut you down pretty quick. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I was just like, fuck, I think. But Insomniac games, people made Ratchet and Clank, Sunset
Okay.
Overdrive. They're taking care of Spider-Man now. It's gonna be a PS4 exclusive game. It's supposed to be open world. It's supposed to be really, really, really good, bro.
See, I remember the open world Spider-Man games back
Yeah.
in the day. They
Yeah.
were fun.
They were fun as hell, man.
Yeah.
You're just swinging through 'em. The physics are bad 'cause it's like PS2 era. Like you're swinging on nothing. Like you just throw the web and it just keeps on going. It was great. It's my favorite game. But no, like
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the next one to spike. There was rumors, and no one knows if they're true or not because that's how it is. But I read somewhere that they, WB Montreal, the people who made Arkham Origins,
Mm-hmm.
is still making an Arkham game, but it's gonna be Damian Wayne in the. I know. I feel me. I'm gonna describe this to you, and you let me know. So it's supposed to be Damian Wayne in the far future as Batman, but still be open world and be kind of that esque. I was like, I didn't ask for that. I didn't.
I didn't ask for that, but
I
but
did-
at the same time,
I'm interested, but I'm scared if they're gonna pull that off or not. Like,
what are
the-
they gonna call it? Fucking Arkham Next Generation?
I don't know, bro. We probably WB Montreal probably just heard that and they're like, write it down. Hold it down. But it's supposed to be the Two-Face, in the comics where he becomes the judge, like another persona. He's supposed to be the villain. That's what the rumor
Wait,
is.
so they're going to create the Two-Face as the judge now instead of just Two-Face?
Two-Face is
Or,
in the comics he evolves
grows,
into the
yeah,
judge.
he grows into
So
the-
basically
yes.
the same thing's
Yes.
gonna happen. He's gonna be the judge, and that's gonna
Okay.
be the big bad.
Okay. I do like Damian Wayne because DC has teased Damian Wayne becoming Batman
Mm-hmm.
for a while now,
Right.
which I'm okay with, but currently we might truly be seeing a next Batman in the making. Truly, you are aware of this? Okay, I'll tell you about it when we talk about comics and other stuff.
The wrap up, yeah.
I'll let you know about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, they dabble with it in comics and stuff. So it's basically just Batman with his mask and a raincoat and a gray fucking raincoat.
Really?
Yeah. It kind of looks tacky as hell, but I could see it.
Yeah.
I really could. It would definitely give Damian Wayne justice for being Damian Wayne and then being Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
See, it's weird you said that because the concept art for this game, the lead concept art, it's Batman in a jacket.
no fucking shit.
So it's weird. I just let you talk, but yeah, that's totally what it looks like.
That's awesome.
So they might be going off that influence, and that's cool to see. I'm down for another Arkham game, as long as it's not. I don't know. Arkham Knight just turned me off or something. Maybe it was like
No, Arkham Knight was really, really good.
It
I
was
liked
really,
a
really
lot.
good.
Arkham City.
It was really,
turned
really
me off.
good. But can we talk about how much you were in that Batmobile and how much
Yes,
that
I'll
got
agree with
really
that.
annoying.
That is
That's the only
annoying.
thing that pulled me out because it's like getting the Batmobile and I'm like, why? I don't want to.
When I wanted to do the riddles, I wanted to go out and do the riddles.
Yeah,
I didn't want
not
to fucking drive around in the goddamn Batmobile, do a 360 in a fucking
Yeah,
tunnel.
yeah.
You
And
know?
where did Riddler get all the resources for all these tunnels and stuff? that
Right,
he has?
exactly.
Like, yeah, it was a good game. Don't get me wrong. I love the
Right.
Arkham games.
I
but
did
really
have
hung up on that.
Right, I did like Black Mask in it
Right.
because that's kind of like Red Hood's real arch nemesis and everything basically.
Yeah.
But,
There's actually a DLC pack where you're Red Hood and you go take out Black Mask.
Yeah, I know, I bought it.
Oh, you did? Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, that's understandable.
but-
It's a good game.
moving forward on to other games because let's be honest.
Okay, so
those are just. the
I need
older
our
games.
listeners to be the convent of this because I'm surprised, honestly, viewers or listeners or where the hell you are. Dishonored 2 is about to come out. It's an open world stealth stealth assassin game, which was really good. The first one, Dishonored 1, was really great. Leonard disagrees with me. He says
I do.
This is a bad game. I say it's one of the best games I've ever played. It's actually on really high on my list. I'm actually really excited for this game.
Maybe it was just me being bad at the game that I don't
Yeah,
like it.
yeah.
Honestly,
I just
that
love how
might
you
be
can
real.
you go to like a level and might say there's a guy at the key, there's another guard over here, and there's another guard over here.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many superpowers. I can teleport. I can possess somebody. And I love how it just lets you do what you want to do. So maybe I'll possess the guy with the keys, go over, stab his friend. He's like, "Why are you doing that, Frank?" And Frank's just going at it. And then I get out of Frank's body, and then Frank's like, "What's going on?" And I just take the keys and I leave. Awesome. I chose to do all those things. I get to do all those things. That's what I appreciate about Dishonored.
It's like you truly
and I
are
love-
him. You don't.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get to pick. You don't. It's not holding your hand at all. Like, you get to do whatever you want to do. If you want to go in there and just shoot everybody up, you can. I mean, it's going to be really hard because everybody's going to know where the fuck you're at. But, it just kind of like, in that aspect, really, really good gameplay-wise.
What about you, Wyatt? What
you play Dishonored
What are
1?
your thoughts on Dishonored?
We played Dishonored 1 together.
Yes, we
That
did.
was the first
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful game.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I
like the concept of it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It almost reminds me of Infamous.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Mhm.
Infamous was really good. Second Son was really good. I wish they'd continue making Infamous 2 games.
Maybe that's
Our
what
Infamous
Sucker
games.
Punch is doing,
Maybe.
The only thing I didn't like about the Dishonored 2 gameplay was the graphics. I'm going to go right back to the graphics.
Yeah.
Because they looked a little blocky to me.
Okay.
That's the only thing, though.
But,
Okay.
that whole world's that weird oil-painted, cell-shaded kind
Right.
of world. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, the faces are like cartoony faces. They're not like, oh my god, like Death Stranding kind of graphics.
Right.
So I understand that, but
Speaking of that game, I don't know a whole lot about it, but definitely the little clip Wyatt showed me before we got into the podcast today, definitely intrigued me.
Right. Death Stranding. So like, I don't know if you guys heard the whole story
Norman.
about this game.
You said Norman Dearest was going to be Reedus. Yeah,
Leonard.
sorry, Dearest. No, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
But
So Norman Dearest, who's like, what the fuck, Leonard? like I just at his house.
that is not me. No.
Right.
Anyway, I'm a big fan of him, but my fandom of this man came way before all you Walking Dead fuckers.
Yeah.
I don't like
okay.
The Walking
Okay.
Dead.
So
I'm not a fan of Walking Dead. I don't want you.
I know him and I love him because of two simple movies:
Okay.
Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints. I could see that.
Boondock Saints back in 1999, and Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day back in 2009. 10 years later, and I pray to God I don't have to wait another 3 more years for a Saints 3, because that would
Nothing
really.
But Saints. It's been great.
I mean, Boondock Saints, of course, but I mean those movies are so awesome. If you don't like them, even though the second one was cheap and kind of not funny, they tried too hard to be funny. Definitely, I'd actually like to see a video game based off that shit.
Boondock Saints.
Truly amazing.
Yeah.
That would get me so hyped. But going into the game, tell me about it.
Okay, so this game a long time ago. Did you ever play PT?
PT.
It's playable trailer. Like Sony released it and they're like, it's gonna be a really cool new game. Just play it. And so you play it. It's just like this really creepy house. You go through and you open a door and then you're right back where you started. And then you're like,
yeah, it was like
Yeah, you're like
it was a cheaply made game. The graphics were decent. And
graphics
it had
were
a lot.
gorgeous.
It had a lot of horror. I couldn't play it through it like.
but
all
it's the
at
kind of
once. I
horror
had to
like
stop.
oh my god, is there somebody around this corner? Oh my god, there's not. Okay, it's fine. But there he is, and you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was like it just built intensity, and then it kind of let you down, and then it shot back up like real high.
But so how it's all anyway. What my point is, so Sony released this thing. It's called PT. It's playable trailer is what it stands for. You beat it, and you find out that it's Norman Reedus, and it's actually a new Silent Hills game that they're gonna make.
But it just has a different name. It's gonna be called Death Stranding.
No. I'll get to it. So it's still gonna be called Silent Hills. It was gonna be by Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima, who makes
the really
Metal
good
Gear
director
Solid series. Yeah,
he was
the director.
the director.
Him and this game developer were like, let's get together, make a passion project. What happened was Konami, the publisher, who the guy's under, totally just kicked him out after Metal Gear. Yeah, they actually like took his name off the box, and they had a really big falling out. So he spun off, made his own studio, and then brought back Norman Reedus. Was like, fuck Konami, we'll make our own game, and that's where Death Stranding comes. So it's a whole new game that kind of came from PT and that Silent Hills, but they say it's a whole different thing.
Right, but
So it's
This
really
is probably gonna have a huge
you couldn't-
story.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
'cause-
probably gonna be a whole different scenario. But for Norman Reedus, Hideo Kojima come back, I'm really excited to see where it goes.
And this isn't the first time they've actually used actors for video games.
No.
We saw, we've seen Sam
Beyond Two
Worthington
Souls with who was the villain from the very first Spider-Man movie?
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. That's right.
God, he's such a
He was in it. Ellen Page.
Speaking of Willem Dafoe, I'm pumped for Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe is officially he's my dude now.
He's your dude
because of what he's going to do in this upcoming new film that's going to come out.
Yeah.
I'm ecstatic.
Do you know he's gonna be in Justice League?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
going to be basically the scientist version of Alfred for Aquaman.
Yep. That's gonna be different. It's gonna be interesting. But Death Stranding. Did you see the trailer for it?
I haven't seen, well, the trailer.
The teaser
as in,
they put on
the
E3.
little teaser where he's laying there butt ass naked.
Yeah, he's like naked. It's
yeah.
Norman Reedus. He's naked in a field. It's really weird. Like people were like, "What is going on?"
Right.
But it's
No,
just
that's where I was, for
he's
sure.
in a field and he's crying. And if you could pull up, so still let me know. But
I got you.
but he's in a field crying, and
Let us enter the clip here.
there's these black like footprints and stuff. And then all of a sudden he's like holding a dead baby, and he's crying, and then it ends, and you're like, "That's Stranding."
I thought
Yeah,
the
what's
baby
going
was
on?
alive, but it was just.
For a second, though, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared, and like then you see like the black footprints on his leg or the handprints on his leg, and, like
Like something
holy hell.
supernatural maybe
Right.
happened or something, but it's very different,
Yeah.
very very oddball kind of concept. But Hideo Kojima, like I said, made all the Metal Gear Solid games and a couple games before that. Guy's a legend.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Ground Zeroes or
Ground,
the Phantom Pain.
The Phantom
The
Pain.
Phantom
Ground
Pain.
Zero was definitely. What was so cool about Ground Zero with what they did there was it was basically a tad bit of a prequel to the Phantom Pain.
Phantom Pain, yeah. I
And
heard
then everything you did in that, all the XP you earned, all the gear you earned, literally transcended into
the Phantom
the
Pain.
Phantom Pain, which is
That's
super
crazy.
cool.
That's good.
See that? Now the baby is alive, but what? It still has the umbilical cord. If that is what that is, like I don't know if that's like some kind of
you just had to
futuristic
take this
thing,
in.
but
And you guys definitely should be watching this with us when
Yeah,
you guys
I'll
are watching
upload it
this
on the
video.
thing. Yeah,
Definitely. But
Look at he's holding it. He's crying. He's like, oh no, baby, baby, why?
I'm interested because he's totally naked, but he's still got handcuffs on.
Yeah.
So like, where did he come from?
This trailer
right
gives you so many questions with no answers. Like
that is true.
now there's
He's just covered
handprints.
in handprints.
Now there's black goo.
I
Where'd the
didn't see-
baby go?
I didn't see the black
See, that's
goo.
what I'm saying.
in-
Like, where'd the baby go? And then
Yeah,
I'll
when it
see
started.
those handprints on his.
Yeah.
Leg.
Now.
Obviously, it's gonna be set in the future because if you looked at the handcuffs, they looked like they were futuristic. There was like red dots on them and they
Maybe
were
not
glowing and
futuristic, but
black.
just a different, like as if we were too advanced for our time. Like all that futuristic stuff is now. We'll see. Cause I mean, have you guys ever seen that?
No. I'm gonna just watch this naked Norman Reedus stare out in the ocean.
This
Like
is
there's like dead fish.
That's some really
It's-
decent
it's-
graphics. Though.
It's such
Yeah,
good graphics
yeah.
whenever you can see the mole on his face.
But can you explain any of this?
What are those up in the air though?
Oh, I never noticed that.
If you look right here, it's almost like those are what are those whales?
Yeah, like everything's
Dolphins,
died on the
whales,
island.
yeah.
And then you just see those beings or like whatever the hell they are floating in the sky. But see, like they released this on E3 like a couple months back, and then that's it. They haven't showed gameplay. They haven't even talked about this game. They said it's got a really far off release date, so you don't expect too much about it. But what? You know, it's so odd, very very odd.
It's gonna be interesting.
I'm just excited to see Norman Reedus in a game.
I am too.
I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. I'm not gonna say this is gonna be an outright horror game.
No, I don't know. I don't necessarily think that either.
Right.
That's what is really odd how this came about with the whole PT and Silent Hills.
Well, I think that
to
if
see what it came.
I
out
think
with.
he'd be slammed or slandered if he did come out with a horror game just like, Toro.
Right.
And, could be like, oh, you're just copying me, you're doing all this.
Well, no, see, like, it was a passion project between the both of them. And then Konami...
I just don't know. I'm just saying I could cut someone off like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was a really bad mistake too, because that like even just like the little trailer probably would have brought in millions.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people that love that. Like if you look it up, there was a huge uproar about it being taken
PC?
off.
Did you know? Okay, so, like, this other studio saw that, and it's called Allison Road. Look it up. And they're basically making it a spiritual successor of PT. So, like, they're making the game that PT
Ooh, I
was
heard
going to
about
be,
that. Yeah.
but it's not PT or Silent Hills,
Right.
But it still goes into the concept and the gameplay and all that good stuff.
Right.
Another one of those weird games that are, like, coming out far away but not very far away, it's been talked about, is The Last Guardian. You didn't know much about it before.
I did not. Right.
Yeah, there's a kid and
Just the bird dog and
there's a bird
the little
dog.
kid.
Yeah, and then you go through, you solve puzzles. And you kind of just do little things here and there. I mean, it looks interesting. It's just not for my taste. I mean, it's just,
The graphics are absolutely beautiful until
Right.
until you get into the characters, and the characters are like, I don't know, they look like they're hand painted.
Mm.
So I think to have
Right.
that thrown into a game with such beautiful background graphics is going to be like
right.
extremely
Yeah.
interesting.
I mean, there's all gamers. There's gamers from all types, and like that game really appeals to you, which is I'm really excited about Battlefield 1. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just
Right,
pick your
right.
poison. But
I
it's
think that
interesting.
we are definitely getting this whole gaming situation, not just with the virtual reality that we've talked about so many time and time again
This
on our
is so
past
good.
episodes, but
Leonard doesn't believe in virtual reality. Wyatt.
I do.
He doesn't think
I
it's the
do.
future.
I do want to throw this.
I'm
in
gonna
there.
pop
My-
a VR
my
headset on
dad-
you, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa!"
Although my dad working at Best Buy,
Your dad works at
please
Best Buy.
don't think my dad is like a low. That's his side job. He
It's so cool. Yeah, I know. He's
But no.
like a nuclear engineer or something. Like,
right. I don't know about that,
Yeah, I don't know what he is.
but
Leonard's dad's a rocket scientist.
he deals with microchips. I don't know what he does.
That's so
all.
cool.
It's really all he does.
That just gets my
Yeah,
nerves.
it's probably your dream job.
It really kind of sounds like it, but but
Hold
yeah,
on.
he's got to see those VR units, right?
I mean, later edit that out because like
Oh, okay.
that really.
That's fine. Okay, I'll just edit the 30 seconds of weird.
Right. No.
Like,
but anyway.
right now. But yeah, so like that's cool that he can get access to that kind of stuff.
Right.
So have you guys tried the VR unit yet?
He has.
He has. What
He
do you
has.
say? The
And
PlayStation VR, Oculus
It
Rift.
was, it was the PlayStation VR.
Yeah, because
it
Best Buy's
was-
doing demos.
Right.
You
So
know, I wanna go
Sony,
see
yeah,
it so
Sony
bad.
actually went out to a lot of Best Buys around the country and was like, "Hey, check
They're
this
still
out."
doing it. Yeah, you can look it
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
they are they still doing it?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that. So anyway, my dad actually got the chance to put a headset on,
Mhm.
and he wasn't playing the game.
Just yeah.
He was actually. They had a simulator of being a scuba diver, which is something that my dad has really done.
It's called Ocean Descent. Yeah.
Right. So my dad was like, you know what? I will I'm gonna go for it just because I can really, considering I've done it, I can really put hand in hand, see how lifelike this really
give
is.
you a reference point.
My dad said that that was probably the most not lifelike to real. Like it was so real to him.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a step up from where we are now.
Yeah, he
And
was like, holy cow,
Exactly.
this is crazy.
And see, I haven't got to try a headset on Oculus Vive or PSVR yet, but everyone I see who interacts with it, whether it be like a YouTube video or an interview, they say like really is kind of crazy. Like your brain just kind of doesn't understand for a second, and then it just like okay VR, and it just kind of sets into it.
Right.
So,
but no, basically he starts out where he's in a tank, or not a tank, but a cage, and you get down, and then a shark just swims straight at you, man. And he's just like, you're literally
your body's
your
like,
heart is like,
it's a goddamn shark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So that's
whoa.
exciting, man. See, I think, and then maybe if people are interested into it, I think I'm gonna pick up a PlayStation VR headset. Maybe we can do some Let's Plays. Maybe pop a headset on Leonard.
I'd be
See
definitely.
how he reacts to.
I would definitely like to see
shark
it
coming at him.
first, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, aside from the headsets, Christian, I had this on my laptop a second ago.
Yeah.
When we first started, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the HoloLens Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
The HoloLens Yu-Gi-Oh.
I've always wanted somebody to make
HoloLens,
this,
what
and I'm
is
so
this?
glad they did.
What
Let
is
me
this?
pull it up for you.
Please.
So, he does. He looks this up, Alex. So HoloLens, it's Microsoft's new thing. It's holograms, bro. You put it on top of it's like a headset, and what this does is called augmented reality, meaning they put stuff in the real world, and it's just full blown holograms. So like the demo shows where you can put the headset on and you can go like to this wall and be like pin, and you could pin like Internet Explorer on the wall. Or like you can be like, hey, watch this video, and then the video will pop up, and you can just go and pull it and make it smaller, however you want.
Wow.
Yeah. So like what in the
See,
demo?
now that's something I'm
Yeah, it's just like this guy in his
awesome.
like boring ass apartment, and he puts this headset on, and then all of a sudden all this stuff pops in.
And is this a game that's going to be possible?
Yeah. So basically, what the headset does is, as you put the Yu-Gi-Oh card down, it actually projects the monster.
That is legit.
I know, man.
That
That's
is
what I'm saying.
legit.
Like the fact this is even a thing is crazy.
Right.
It's almost like a Pokemon Go situation because you can look and like if we just had a table here with papers on it,
It'd be
we'd set the card down,
standard, yeah.
and it would pop up right there just like the Pokemon Go does.
Mhm.
But still, to have that is
It's crazy.
still crazy.
Yeah. Like imagine me, like I have my deck, you have your deck. We both have these headsets on, and as I put down the Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Blue Eyes actually comes from that card. Tell me that's not the future.
These cards are going to be expensive though, because it's not like they're going to be regular cards either.
They are regular cards.
Are they?
They're the standard cards. The headset sees the card, knows the image, puts the hologram up.
No shit.
Isn't that
Wow.
That's gonna
crazy?
be awesome.
The future, kids. The
Yeah,
future. Like, yeah.
No kidding.
But VR, man, that actually launches like next week, the 13th for PlayStation.
The VR
And-
does for PlayStation.
Yeah, the PlayStation
the
VR.
VR does.
And that's all, I heard sold out for a very long time. So,
Yes,
so maybe
no
Christmas
kidding.
I'll actually pick one up when they're
You
affordable.
better
and
buy
good.
it now. Like,
Yeah,
you better
if I
say,
can get my
"Hey,
hands on one, man, I might just buy one.
Yeah, for real, of course. But like, you may have. But like, if you're wanting to get one for Christmas, you better
Get one now, yeah.
I'm sure
Look
there's
into
stock.
it, yeah. I don't know, man. It's all interesting to see where all this stuff's going. I think VR is gonna be. It's not gonna be one of those gimmicky things. It's gonna stay. Like people are gonna be like,
yeah.
wow, and
I
get
agree.
better
I think
and
this is
better.
going to start out just kind of like the PlayStation did, or the Xbox. Like right now, we're just in the beginning stages of it.
Mhm.
So eventually, it's going to get to the point where it's so graphic that
That
it's
your
just gonna
brain's
be
just like,
unbelievable.
this is so
This
cool.
is real life.
Yeah.
But right now, it's still a little choppy and
Right.
not super realistic.
but-
But it still kind of tricks your brain into thinking, oh my god, this is realistic because it's putting you in the situation where
Right.
you can just look around.
But like I've told Christian, this is the
I'm sorry.
this is the
That's my
first
first go,
into the future when it comes to true sort of online virtual reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just don't think we're at that point yet.
I'm not saying we're at that point, but I'm just saying this is the first step
Steps
into
towards
that.
it.
Even if
I'm
it's
down.
100 years
I'm
away,
down.
even though I'm more than likely never going to get to experience it,
You-
this is definitely
you're
the
glad
first
you guys
sign
were
of
getting
it.
that, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I want to get to that point. I agree with you. I think if we had the ability to be sort of online and I could just be in the headset for months at a time, when do they eat on that show? How does that work? Anyway, I would totally do that. I commit.
Right.
I know they're in hospitals, so maybe like to get the food. I don't know.
Well, see, here's the thing though. That's what
like
it
these
was
are
because,
IVs, yeah.
because in the game you're not allowed to be in the game for a long. I mean, you're not supposed to be in the game for a long period of time.
Very long time, yeah.
Because your body can go into literally. Okay, so if you're paralyzed and your leg's gonna be sitting there forever, it can catch gangrene just from sitting there and not moving
Right,
at
so
all.
you're not supposed to be wearing.
Right.
And this is all in the fake sort of online world, but like.
So literally, like in the real world, someone's like probably going in there, moving your limbs just so that way you're not sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's that. That's what I would guess.
Yeah.
Because
It's just odd. It's really, really, really good anime though. You should watch it. But we talked about Mafia 3, Dishonored 2, which I still disagree with you. It's gonna be a really good
I'm
game.
not just. I mean, I think that maybe I should
It's
give
just
another
not your
chance.
cup
I think
of tea.
the
Not your
storyline.
cup of tea.
Let me give it another chance.
Fair. Yeah. It was a very good story too. You know,
that was the thing.
Yeah, the story really gets you into it. You're like, God, I was framed. I got these powers. There's this creepy guy giving me these powers. What's his deal?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just really interested in that.
Speaking of, one thing that we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to talk about because you guys.
Yeah. Shoot for it.
Power Rangers.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
So
man.
yeah, we've
The Mighty
this is where we usually
Morphin
talk about
Power
comic
Rangers.
books.
You
We're gonna
guys.
take a comma and
Not
we're gonna talk about these new Power
Wait
Rangers.
for this. This
Have
was
you
my
seen
childhood.
the new character posters they released?
No, I have not.
So it's just all the power, like each ranger, like specific,
Like true, full suited
and
up.
then like they like took the paint and like did a weird abstract effect, but just every single Power Ranger in their like full blown body armor, and it's so cool.
Really?
Did you hear this? Bill Hader got cast as Alpha 5.
Oh no.
I did.
I
I
was
did hear about
I
that.
dude
I
I
did.
was
I heard about
I was
that.
just like, what's going
But
on?
Speaking of Bryan Cranston, once again,
Yeah, he was a Zordon.
he's fucking
He's
Zordon.
motherfucking
Do you know how-
Zordon.
Yeah, do you know how amazing that is?
God.
Do you know how-
That was one of his first roles, wasn't it? In any movie?
He was actually. Did you know this? He was in the original
Wait, what?
Power Rangers. I looked it up. He's right.
That's right. Yeah.
The original Power Rangers. Do you know how the Blue Rangers named Brian? Or no, it's something. It's like Billy.
Yeah.
It's named after Bryan Cranston. Like
Isn't
that was to pay homage to him.
That's beautiful.
Why? Because he was supposed to be him.
No, what was he? Was he,
He was
like
one of the villains.
Yeah, he was one of the. He
And-
played like a minor role and was like consistently in it.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Hold up.
Yes.
Hold up. I got you.
We're gonna make a 0 to hero bet. Leonard's gonna owe me 4 cookies.
I don't know about all that. I can't afford 4 cookies. Let's see here.
I'll get you the clip right now. This is interesting because you can hear him do the voiceover too. That's him.
That's him.
That's Bryan Cranston in that suit,
Whoa.
and that's his voice.
Look how good this is.
That's amazing.
This holds up.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That is pretty
Look at that. He's like, oh no, not the snake. He's gonna bite my helmet. That is awesome.
Anyways,
That really
is pretty freaking
cool.
for Bryan Cranston to come from that to what he is now is just
Yeah.
and it's kind of cool because I didn't know he was going to be in the Power Rangers.
Yeah,
So-
so Zordon and stuff.
So
yeah.
for him to be thrown back into like his original role is just awesome.
I'm excited. That
Whoa.
movie's like on my hype radar so high that it's not even funny.
That's kind of like Johnny Depp being thrown back into 21 Jump Street or
Right.
or
Kinda like homage.
or Dark Shadows.
He was Twin Man too.
Was he really?
Twin Man and Snizzer, the dude you just had.
Yeah.
Snizzer.
Snizzard and Twin
That's like
Man.
a scary ass monster.
Interesting names here.
Yeah.
Snizzer.
Definitely.
But segue into the world of comic books, man. There's some new stuff coming out, right?
Man, he was definitely a person who did a lot of animation voiceovers.
Yeah, he was.
I'm shocked. Just look. I mean, I'm looking at his past roles that he had in the in the,
yeah,
in
the biography
past.
and stuff.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Right.
But moving forward,
Yeah. So, what do you think about this whole Justice League versus Suicide Squad crossover about to come up?
they did confirm it. This is gonna happen.
Oh yeah, dude, it's like there's like comic book covers and stuff being released. You haven't seen it yet? Oh,
I
let me
didn't see it, man. This is like
let me-
one, I guess.
Yeah, let me.
I don't
Dude, so
I've been buying comic books by the daily, damn near.
You've been reading Justice League, correct? You keeping up?
Oh yeah,
And you
I'm
keeping up with
Justice
Suicide
League.
Squad?
I'm 2 books behind Suicide Squad, but that's it.
Yeah. So it's just those two comic books running into each other, basically. Suicide.
Are they helping each other or are they enemies? Because right now in the Justice League comic books there's a greater force being just throwing down damage, bro. Just raining. So, and are they gonna run into that? I mean, that's what I'm wondering. It's like, is this teamwork or is this gonna be like Suicide Squad versus the Justice League?
Can you look up Justice League versus Suicide Squad? Or Suicide Squad versus Justice League?
Have you? I watch a lot of YouTube stuff about films, and did you read stuff about Jared Leto as the Joker on set?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the weird
How-
gifts he gave everybody and the anal beads he gave a lot of people.
Yeah, they said that he would like he like literally tortured the people because he would never break character. Like he
Yeah,
would
he
go
always-
home and beat the Joker.
I heard that on set they actually had to call him Mr. J.
They
Like
called him
instead.
Mr. J. They brought in I read that they brought in therapists for everyone else
Yep.
to talk to because he
trauma.
tormented everybody. Like, and I think it was Will Smith said he would never work with Jared Leto again on any movie.
Yeah, I heard that one. I heard Will Smith was like, I'll never work with him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he had a party with all the castmates and he didn't invite him. He was just like, "You can stay. You don't need to come." But no, I mean, come on, you're doing weird shit like giving people rats and
I can't believe that.
fucking.
Honestly,
you know,
part of me does really think that he did that just to prove that it was just another role. It was just another job, and Heath Ledger didn't really need to die because of it. That's what I
Right.
believe. No, I mean, think about it, because let's be honest, that it's they're doing their job.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Well, what irritates me about that is, I'm sure it made everybody mad whenever Jared Leto didn't come out.
is this Justice League 6? That's one that I'm on right now. That's issue 5.
Justice League vs. Suicide Squad. And this article is talking about like the director and like 5 facts about the story and yada yada. It's gonna be their first crossover for Rebirth. Is why it's such a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's the first thing. You're welcome.
So, but no,
Scream on my
Cyborg is
chest.
not the comic book that I thought it would be. To be
You're
honest
not
with
enjoying it,
you.
man.
DC or the New 52 Cyborg was way better.
Mm-hmm.
Way better.
Yeah.
I am, dude. The Rebirth. The Rebirth for Teen Titans is pretty damn good.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually really good. Tim Drake's dead.
Oh, I read about that, man.
Yeah,
Actually,
Tim Drake's
that
dead.
he, and like I saw a picture. It was like the comic panel of Batman holding Tim, and he's like, "No, how many Robins have that
Have
guy
to
have
die.
to?" Yeah,
Technically, all of them now.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like it's not necessarily Batman's fault this time, but like, damn, Batman, get your shit together.
Damian died.
Damian died.
Jason Todd.
Jason
of course,
Todd died.
Nightwing didn't. Dick Grayson didn't die, but Nightwing did. And
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
what
he
you
had to go into the Spiral
Mhm.
organization.
Yeah.
But going into that, man.
Is there any recommended readings? Do you think people should definitely like? You have to read this book.
have to read right now?
Yeah.
So I don't. Not necessarily, honestly.
No, it's fair. I mean, like, if
Nightwing's good. Nightwing's good. If you're gonna get into one, it's got to be Batman. It has got to. And I know that I'm not much for the hype of Batman, but here's why I say Batman. I say Batman because there is a really, really good chance somewhere along this timeline of Batman, Bruce Wayne gives up the cape.
Really?
Yeah.
Again? You just got that back from like Commissioner Gordon.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. But I mean, he in
Or do you mean like just a cape? Like he's just Batman with a cowl. Just a cowl, no cape.
no, truly.
Like officially saying, "Hey, I'm done."
Yeah, done.
Damn.
But the reason why I believe that's a bunch of BS is basically because Batman Beyond, because up until Batman Beyond, Bruce Wayne was Batman. So they're gonna be ruining that timeline in order to give someone else the chance to wear the cape. So you have Gotham Girl and Gotham Boy running around doing damage as always. Then you got Bruce Wayne being like, "You guys kind of suck. You guys might need my help."
Yeah.
And then the dude from We Are Robin, the African American, be politically correct, whatever. He just kind of Batman's like, "I'm not asking you to be another Robin." And then at that moment when he says, "I'm not asking you to be another Robin," it shows like a brand new Batman suit.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like, whoa.
Man. So yeah, that's
This is
getting to something different.
that was in like issue, I'm gonna guess 5, 6, or 7 because I've read 8 and 8's not a part of it.
Right.
But he's in the Batcave wearing his Robin jacket with Gotham Girl who got her ass handed to her.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
So just because there's so much stuff going on, Batman definitely. If you are reading Superman, then you need to know that is not the real original Earth Superman. This is definitely this is Superman from another Earth. So you guys remember the Doomsday story where Superman got killed by Doomsday and came back to life? Like he wasn't truly dead. Right, that's the original Superman. And then somehow he transitioned over to another world where Superman already existed, and the same exact fight between Doomsday and Superman
Killed.
happened.
Yeah.
Killed Superman. didn't come back to life.
Yeah, Superman takes that spot.
The new Superman from the other Earth
Yeah.
takes that spot.
Which is technically the pre-crisis, the one before the New 52 Superman.
basically
Right? Yeah. So it's weird. Comics are weird, but you love them. You know, I love how weird and
Right.
off that
It's
these
weird
things are.
because the New 52 happened and everyone was like, "What the f- is going on?"
Yeah.
Like, really, what is going on?
Right.
But then now that the rebirth has happened, they're like, "Oh, this is kind of starting to make sense now."
Yeah.
Alright,
It's full circle.
Yeah.
I want them to pay off more on the whole Watchmen thread. I
Yes,
think
because
they bought that in and they
in
stopped.
in the DC Universe Rebirth comic, they do bring up Watchmen and how a bigger force made this happen, made the New 52 happen. So you're like, well, what was it?
Right.
And then they fucking hold up the comedian's butt and you're like,
yeah, and then nothing.
hype. Yeah,
Nothing.
dude,
Like,
the
after that-
hype was amazing.
So I want to see him pay off on that.
Yeah, same.
But I think that's it, guys. I think we went through the whole list. We went movies, we went TV shows, movies, and comic books, or video games, whatever.
Right.
Is there any last second things you want to throw in, man? Like
Last second
like the
things.
people need to hear this.
Definitely. Listen next time.
Yeah. No, honestly, check us out. We're the Zero to Hero podcast. If you enjoyed, if you're still here, you deserve one cookie, and Leonard's gonna email that to you.
It's gonna be old and nasty by the time you get it.
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna email a cookie. I don't know why I just said that. Point is, we're gonna be talking about this stuff week to week, bi-weekly, I mean to say, and we'd love to hear you come back and subscribe. If you want to check us out on Twitter, our Twitter is
At 02Hero16.
yeah, and like, comment, subscribe, share. My name's Christian Nabora,
My name is Wyatt Craven.
And my name is Leonard Chilcutt.
and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.
Oh yeah.